So when we are doing these things, I mean, I suffer from like some pretty horrible obtrusive thoughts, and as I'm walking, people used to say, I read somewhere, was it CBT, where look up to the horizon because you can't
Mhm.
access the past because your eyes have got to look down for that.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
all these like amazing things, like if you're thinking this, reframe it as take the threat and reframe it into an opportunity, and all these. And I was like, that's great, but how do you avoid going into the automatic response?
Yeah.
See your ex girlfriend, and she's abandoned me. I'm worthless. How do you actually ground yourself to start
Mhm.
the initial defense of that?
Yeah, yeah, and see, I think that this is a misconception that it's not about avoiding it, it's about accepting it, and when we
Mhm.
move from avoidance to acceptance, that's when we find like, our power, because we can't avoid, like what I was just saying before, our brains are so busy, our brain will come up with whatever it wants, whatever thoughts it wants to come up with, whether it's helpful or
Okay. Yep.
unhelpful. But it's how we relate to those thoughts that makes all the difference. So it's not, so okay, now I bumped into my ex and I'm having all these thoughts, and oh, okay, so it's bringing an awareness to the thoughts that are coming up. Oh, okay, here are those thoughts, and these are the thoughts that come up for me when I'm in situations where I feel rejected or I feel hurt. Let me create some distance between myself and my thinking, and like I can like put it in the palm of my hand, these thoughts I'm having, and take a look at them and question them. Oh, okay. Like, where do you come from? And are you helpful or are you unhelpful? If you're unhelpful, maybe I can learn to let those thoughts go. Just sort of like, I like analogies a lot. So like the clouds in the sky, I can imagine those unhelpful thoughts just floating me by, or like blowing bubbles and the bubble drifts away.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and do you think it's good to name the emotion to say I am feeling this? It's not. It doesn't mean it's part of my story. It doesn't define me. It just means at this moment. It's like people say I had a terrible day, and
Yeah.
it's like, did you, or was it 20
Yeah.
minutes where it was crap?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's a big part of it too, naming our feeling, because that creates the distance. So when we give it a name and we give it a label, all of a sudden it's this entity, it's this thing, this visitor that's visiting me, and
Mhm.
now I recognize that it's not me, and I can choose what to do with it. Like, okay, yeah, sure, come on, buddy, like come take a seat next to me. This is what I'm going to do. You can, whatever feeling is here for me, the anxiety or the hurt, you can come take a seat, but you're not going to tell me what to do. So naming the feeling is a very good way of de-identifying with it, which is ironic, because I think a lot of people think, oh, if I name the feeling or I take a look at my feelings, then I'm going to get sucked in. It's sort of one of these
Mhm.
like, fear-based, especially if it's like a really intense feeling, but actually the opposite happens. So when we shift our focus and we turn and we look at the feeling and we say, oh, okay, this is here for me now. It's like putting a sticky note on it, like the sticky, oh, anger. Okay, okay, anger's here. I'm okay with that. I'm human. Of course, I'm going to feel angry sometimes. I'm going to have that
Mhm.
experience sometimes. Yeah.
So how, I mean, you talk about being brave and taking that initial step, and how do we start identifying the behavioral patterns that we're doing because we're people pleasing or we're perfectionist, or we're like I had big imposter syndrome when I started the podcast. Even now,
Mm,
150 odd, I mean it's sweltering down just now and I feel all clammy. I'm just kind of like, oh, she's a
uh-huh.
star. I adore her social media, and I'm asking stupid questions. I've done 150 of these, but my brain still feels like a beginner, like I'm going to be found out.
Yeah.
How do we
Yeah.
start identifying habits that are causing these things that we can work on in our everyday lives? Is there ways to identify it?
Well, I don't know if this answers it